Hello, welcome back to another episode of Cyphencraft. This will sadly be the last episode because the server shut down, I think about a year ago as well. And the last episode, well, was 1.5 years ago. But I found some few remaining clips of the Cyphencraft server, so we'll just look into those and I'll comment a bit because I didn't think about commenting them at the time. So let's go.
So in today's episode we're going to build an iron farm that requires us to fetch some villagers from a nearby village, and to do that we're going to craft some boats. And keep in mind this is years ago when you still needed shovels to craft boats. Luckily there's a village right next to my base. Now I guess you can watch and see me struggle getting the villagers back to my base. That's one of the things I don't miss from the server, the incredible lag that would accompany you every step. Apart from some dude blowing up my shop, but no, more on that later. Two things I've learned looking back at this clip. It's much easier to transport villagers by rail than it is by boat, especially if you're going over land, because boats aren't really designed to be driven on land, as you might have noticed. And using water buckets in a flowery biome isn't the smartest idea, especially if your server can't handle laggy stuff like free items on the floor. And the other thing I've learned is that Minecraft music really sounds funny if it's sped up like 16-fold. So here's me building the villager breeder. You have all the beds on one side. On the other side you have two farmer villagers that grow food. And dropping down you have all the baby villagers that you can then pick up. And it is at this point that I ran out of wood, so I had to go back to my base to chop some trees. And I passed by my friend's very pretty base in comparison to mine. So coming up here we have this shopping district. We have a big 3000 on top of it because that was the last milestone we celebrated as number of days we'd played so far. Then here we have spawn with my original base and my tree farm, which is offshore. Now that we've acquired the rest of the wood we need to build the villager breeder, I headed back to my base and came across this very gorgeous base by a friend of mine. And it's basically just islands floating in the sky connected by bridges. So I just finished up the villager breeder, and as you can see, it is working quite well. We're getting baby villagers, and they're already being hunted. So this is where I built the iron farm. It's a really simple design. Just have lava that kills the iron golems, and then you have iron golem catching system on top and leaves underneath, so they can only spawn on top. And I ran out of stone bricks in between, so I just stole some from my friend. Well, technically I didn't steal them. He allowed me to just take what I wanted from those chests, because he wasn't going to do anything with them anyway. So you have leaves underneath and on top, so the iron golems don't spawn anywhere else. Then you have like a village in there, in a glass container, and it's really fun to build glass containers if the glass is barely visible, because we have a texture pack enabled on the server that is server side, so I couldn't turn that off either. So again, another very funny clip of me down in the mines with 16-fold accelerated Minecraft music, because I didn't have enough resources to build a Minecraft track that's like 100 meters long. Enjoy. Now that all the villagers are in place, the farm is actually working. I spared you the 15-hour clip of me recording just iron golems dying over and over and over again. Another project I started on the server was digging a hole, and didn't even have square dimensions. It was like 14 by 18 or something funny, and it was supposed to be similar to a mine shaft. It was also supposed to be functional as a mine shaft, that I just go down there and dig for diamonds. And the other project I started after having completed the iron farm was building a raid farm, because you need villagers for that as well. I never got round to doing that though, because I quit the server after that. And yeah, this is sadly the last Cyphencraft episode from a server that ended a year ago. There are multiple factors that led me to leave. Everyone has like their own little shop in their shopping district, and I sold some other guy was supposed to sell, but he never did. And he then decided to blow up my shop, and the server owner was totally fine with that. And the other things were, the server is incredibly laggy, so it's easier to just play single player and build the farms there. And you always had to request the server owner to turn on the server, because it's a an Artanos server because we aren't rich. So, yeah, thanks for watching.